Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. I welcome you all to today's daily quiz video. But before we begin with the questions, there are a few important announcements. First, I hope all of you now are a part of our Telegram channel. If you have still not joined the channel, make sure that you click on the link given in the description of the video and be a part of it. The second important announcement is that our monthly current affairs magazine is out and you can download this free of cost from our website. This is now much more holistic and comprehensive. In this one single magazine, you will find current affairs from 6 different sources: the Hindu newspaper, the Indian Express, Kurukshetra, Down to Earth, Yojana, and Science Reporter. So, 6 sources at one single place. This is what you get with the most comprehensive and holistic current affairs magazine. In order to download this magazine, the link is given in the description of the video. Do check that out as well. Also, it's Wednesday, means at 8 p.m. we'll have the live session on international relations this week, where we will be discussing the most important news regarding international relations, that is the GS2 paper. Don't forget to join for that as well. It's going to be a live session. Now let's begin with the first question on your screen. Consider the following statements. Number 1. The Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Order 1968 empowers the Election Commission to recognize political parties and allot symbols. Second, Bahujan Samaj Party and Assam Gan Parishad have elephant as their party symbol. Third, where the party is either vertically divided or it is not possible to say with certainty which group has the majority, the Election Commission may freeze a party symbol and allow the groups to register themselves with new names and add prefixes or suffixes to the party's existing names. Which of these given statements is or are correct? This question has been asked with reference to what is happening in Maharashtra's Shiv Sena. The party being divided into 2 parts has now gone to Election Commission of India, asking the commission to give it the right to use the original symbol. The correct answer here is D. All the 3 given statements are correct. It is the Election Commission that decides on the political parties' recognition and their symbols. Also, it is possible for more than one party to have the same symbol in India but not within one single state. In different states, the political parties might have the same symbol. There are multiple examples of this. Bahujan Samajwadi Party and Assam Gan Parishad. Similarly, the Samajwadi Party and the J&K Panthers, all these use similar symbols. The reason why we're discussing this question, as I said, is because of what is happening in the Election Commission with respect to Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena has now given 2 separate symbols and 2 new names to the 2 groups that have been formed from the original Shiv Sena. Question number 2. Under which of the following circumstances does the concept of 5+1 collegium arises in the Supreme Court of India? When the potential Chief Justice of India candidate is not a part of the 5-member collegium. If the CJI feels the need to expand the collegium. Third, if it is instructed by the President of India. Or fourth, never. Now it's an interesting question. The answer here would be A. As you know, the Supreme Court Collegium consists of the Chief Justice of India and then 4 senior most Supreme Court judges after him. But what if none of these 4 judges will become the Chief Justice of India? How? Because all of these 4 will retire before the Chief Justice of India retires. That means there is no candidate in the collegium that will go on to become the next Chief Justice of India. In that case, the collegium becomes 5+1, wherein the other 6th member is the person who has the chance to become the next Chief Justice of India in terms of the age and experience. This is what has happened this time also. If you take into consideration the principle of seniority, the next Chief Justice of India, that is Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud, in his collegium there would be 5+1 concept. As we discussed, this will be because none of the other 4 judges in his collegium would be the Chief Justice of India if everything goes to plan. That is why 6th Judge, Justice Khanna, will be the 6th member of the collegium so that he shall be the next Chief Justice of India. I am sure in Indian polity, all of you would have read about the collegium and the 3 judges' cases as well. Next, question number 3. Consider the following statements with regards to Buddhism. Number 1. While converting to Buddhism, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, along with his thousands of followers, recited 22 vows, which is now a part of the ritual. Second, in October 1935, Ambedkar, as president of the Yola Conversion Conference near Nasik, announced his decision to renounce Hinduism as a path to contest the Hindu caste order. Third, Under the presence of Monk Chandramani, Ambedkar and his wife took the Buddhist vows. Which of these given statements is or are correct? The correct answer here would be D. All the three given statements with regards to Ambedkar's relationship with the Buddhist religion are correct. As you know, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, along with lakhs of his followers, converted to Buddhism in Nagpur. Although, before converting in 1935 itself, he had announced that he will renounce Buddhism. The conversion later on happened after more than 20 years. The reason why this is in the news is, as you would have seen, a minister in Delhi's Aam Aadmi Party government, Mr. Rajendra Pal Gautam, has recently resigned. Why? Because he was attending an event in which thousands of people recited those same 22 vows and converted to Buddhism. So he was present in this event where mass conversion was happening, and that is why the opposition was also putting blame on him that he is the one who actually pushed people for conversion. Under this pressure, he has now resigned. This article contains all those facts that we have asked in this question about Buddhism. Next question number 4. Which of the following is famous for publishing the World Economic Outlook report? World Bank, IMF, the World Economic Forum, or the New Development Bank? The correct answer here is IMF. IMF is the one that publishes this report, according to which they try to predict what can be the growth rate of the world economy in the coming financial year. This kind of prediction comes in the World Economic Outlook. As you can see here, the IMF has cut down India's growth forecast yet again to 6.8% this year, but this is still much higher as compared to the other major economies throughout the world. That is why, although the growth forecast may have gone down, most people are extremely optimistic about India's growth chances in the coming financial years. Next is a previous year question from 2019. What is Cas9 protein, which is often mentioned in news? A molecular scissors used in targeted gene editing, a biosensor used in the accurate detection of pathogens in patients, a gene that makes plants pest resistant, or a herbicidal substance synthesized in genetically modified crops. The correct answer here is A. This is a very famous discovery in the field of biotechnology. This is actually a molecular scissor that is used in targeted gene editing. So if you have to take out a certain specific part of the gene, Cas9 protein can actually take out that part only and replace it with the perfect part so that any anomaly in the gene can be taken care of. That is why the answer here is A. Next, we have a fact of the day, and today we will be discussing about the Kurdish community in Iran. Now, the Kurdish community in Iran has been in the news ever since Mahsa Amini's death has actually come in light. As you know, Mahsa Amini was the girl who was killed in the custody of the morality police in Iran for not wearing the headscarf properly. Since then, the country of Iran has been seeing multiple protests across the country. Under this protest, the role of Iran's Kurdish community has also come into the picture. These protests have raised tensions between the Kurdish community, that is in minority, and the government of Iran. The Iranian government has blamed the Kurdish minority community for encouraging these protests. The Iranian government is saying that the Kurdish community is now going ahead teaming up with a foreign enemy such as Israel and the US to give rise to more and more protests throughout the country. That is why the armed forces are now targeting the Iranian Kurdish community also in neighboring Iraq. The Kurds, as they are called, are mainly Sunni Muslims and they speak a language which is related to Farsi. They mostly live in the mountain region on the borders with Armenia, Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey. The Kurdish community, in fact, combined in all these nations, have also been demanding a new country for them. The Kurdish separatism has been a movement in multiple nations, including Iran and Turkey as well. If you would have seen the news, even the Turkey government is fighting against the Kurds because none of them want to give up proper area for the Kurdish people to make their own country. In fact, multiple militant groups have also come up within the Kurds, such as the Kurdistan Free Life Party, who have fought for their right to have a free country altogether. So do remember, the next time if the question is asked about the Kurds, where is the group present and what is their demand exactly? This is it for today's daily quiz video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead.